to Studio 10U. Being diagnosed with cancer is life-changing and devastating.
And today's guests know firsthand how that can feel. But imagine if you were vilified and rejected as well. Beth Funger was diagnosed with breast cancer aged just 32. Faced with the life-saving decision, she had both breasts removed and reconstructed. To raise awareness, Beth posted photos of her post-cancer body with scarring all over on Facebook. But what happened next left her speechless. She was unfriended by more than 100 Facebook followers who found it all too confronting.
And Beth and Nadia and our clinical psychologist, Jo Lamble, joins us now.
First of all, Beth, good on you. I mean,
you.
It's incredible what you've done. And Ita, we were talking previously about the way, unfortunately, things haven't changed, haven't they?
Well, that's right. I mean, 40 years ago in Clio, I ran photographs of women who'd had mastectomies, and we sealed them because we hadn't really been exposed to these sorts of photographs, but we didn't know a lot about mastectomies either. And we sealed them because we found them shocking and we thought the readers would. And I really find it difficult that all these years later, people still can't accept what it means to have a mastectomy. And it's just something we need to understand and not reject.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons, Ida, that people do find it confronting is often through fear. So people are still afraid of cancer. They still think in a way it's contagious, not actually contagious, but as I hear people in my office all the time, as soon as they have a friend or a public figure who's diagnosed with cancer, they think, oh, I might get it. And so what do? They avoid. And these two fabulous women have had a wonderful idea that we want to hear about how it came about, of how to raise awareness, and so people don't avoid checking themselves, don't avoid trying to find out if they've got a, you know, vulnerability to cancer. And so, because that's what you say, don't you, Beth? You're a cancer preventer,
that's exactly
not a cancer
right.
survivor.
Yeah, I'm a cancer preventer. Basically, I had 4 lumps in my breasts, and I had them investigated, and my GP said that a couple of them were insignificant and they were just PASH, which means they're non-cancerous tumours. However, one of them, which was located behind my nipple, happened to be early stages cancer. It was lobular carcinoma. And so he referred me to the breast cancer clinic. We have a family history of breast cancer in my mother's family. And so we also had some gene testing done, and it turned out that I had a gene mutation that put me at a higher risk of breast cancer. So I was referred to the breast cancer clinic, who said a lumpectomy was not applicable to me and that I needed to undergo bilateral total mastectomies. So I had that done in November, and this action was to prevent the cancer from becoming aggressive or to prevent me from developing aggressive cancer in the future. It's prolonged my life and has also saved my life. And
we're looking here at some of these images. Was it a hard decision to make, to actually say, OK, I want to have my photo taken, I want to show people what this is about?
Initially, I did it for my own benefit, and but we sort of got really excited about it, and we thought, no, you know, I'm a health professional, I'm a registered nurse, and Nadia's a photographer, and we thought, let's put these images out there, let's get this message across. If we can save one life by women checking their breasts, then that's a job well done.
Did you expect this kind of reaction, Nadia?
To an extent, because I understand the far-reaching effects of Facebook a bit, but not to this degree. Yeah, as in like a global reaction from the photos.
They just couldn't bear them, or they were too strong for them to absorb the images.
Too strong?
Well, too in your face.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I've put work of my own out on Facebook before, and yes, you know, they were pretty pictures and a lot of people liked them, but I think these particular images have so many other issues surrounding them that it just either hit a soft spot or a nerve with a lot of people, and so it just spread really quickly.
And you've been asked, Beth, haven't you, that, you know, will you regret this down the track? You know, how will it affect your children? And what do you say to that?
I don't regret it at all. I don't. Every time I see them shared, every time I see them in the media, I feel better about it. I feel more empowered, and not just for myself, but for other women and other men, because breast cancer just doesn't affect women, it affects men also. And it lets me know that women and men are being vigilant about their bodies, that they are taking our message on board. It also means a lot for me for my daughter because she has breast cancer on both sides of her family, and because I'm high risk, that makes her high risk as well. And one day she might have to go through these procedures too. So for her, I think it's important to know that I was strong about this, you know, that I set her the example, and that it's okay. Like I've said this before, that your scars aren't ugly, whether they're physical or emotional. They mean that you've gone through something and you come out the other side and you've survived.
Yeah, and you're well.
Beth, and what a survivor you are. What a beautiful woman and an incredible role model for your family and for so many other women out there. Beth and Nadia, thank you so much for coming in to share your experiences with us today. And if you are looking for help or support, or someone you know is battling cancer, you can of course call the Cancer Council helpline on 131120. And if you want to check out the Under the Red Dress campaign with those really confronting but important images, you can go to facebook.com/under the red dress. Thanks again for coming along.